the position of nicht in a German sentence. So today's topic is where should we put nicht in a German sentence? Many students struggle to put nicht in the correct place. I can tell you right now, at the end of the sentence is almost always wrong. Hi, my name is Jan and I'm your German teacher here on EasyDeutsch, your YouTube channel for German grammar. Today's topic is where should we put nicht? Well, it's a little bit special because nicht negates almost everything, and very often it can be at several different positions in the sentence. The only difference then is it will change the meaning of the sentence depending where you put it. That's why it's so important that you make the right decision here where you put your negation. And with the help of my ebook, German Grammar Explained Easily, I will show you now where you have to put nicht. So we're here now in my ebook, German Grammar Explained Easily. Today's topic is the position of nicht. Many students struggle to put nicht in the correct position, but it's actually quite important where you put nicht because depending on the position, it might change the meaning of the sentence. But it's actually not very difficult. Because you will see, most of the time it's just in front of what we negate. And that far already ahead, it's almost never at the end of the sentence. But we will get there. So first, let's look at the position when we are negating an adverb. So, ich wandere gern, so I like to hike. Ich wandere nicht gern, I do not like to hike. I don't like hiking. I don't like hiking, word by word. So we negate like, and then we put nicht in front of it. Same when we negate an adjective. Ich bin schlau, ich bin nicht schlau. So I'm smart, I'm not smart. We put it right in front of it. You can see here already English. The negation is a little bit more complicated than in German because you have to change it. Often you have to add an extra verb. In German, no. You have to simply put nicht in front of what you want to negate, unless you have to use nein or kein. When you have to use nein and kein, I will link the video for that in the info cards for you. It's when you're answering a question or if you negate nouns with an indefinite article or no article at all. Anything else gets nicht. Also pronouns. So if you negate a pronoun, ich habe nicht dich angerufen, sondern Uwe. So I haven't called you, but Uwe, or Yui in English. So here I have not called you. I have called not you, but Yui. I have not called you, but Yui. So here we negate dich and not calling because we actually called somebody, just not you. I called Uwe, but I didn't call you. So that's why we cannot do it like in English where we simply negate the verb because German is much more precise with its language. So we called somebody. So we do not want to negate the action. We just negate that we called you, or that I just want to negate that I called you. I called Uwe. I didn't call you, but Uwe. That's why if we do that, that most of the time comes together with sondern. Because if you tell somebody, I did not call you, most of the time you actually add somebody, yeah, but the other person. And similar with a proper noun, das ist nicht Susi, das ist Anne. So that's not Susi, this is Anne. Here we put it again in front of the proper noun. Also, if we have negative adjuncts and complements with prepositions, Ich komme nicht zu deiner Party, so I'm not coming to your party. Here, we technically negate everything, but if the verb comes together with a preposition, the nicht always goes in front of this preposition. There's also a video about verbs with prepositions. I will link that in the info cards for you too. And the same with those two examples. Ich bin nicht bei Frank, so I'm not at Frank's. Kommt nicht vor 20 Uhr nach Hause, so he will not come home before 8 p.m. The English translation here is a little bit different because you simply negate the verb directly. In German, we don't do that. It's actually very rare to negate the verb directly. If it comes with a preposition, you can be sure the nicht goes in front of the preposition. That's almost always the case. But let's have a look at the last version where it's in front of it. That's when we negate nouns with definite articles or possessive pronouns. So, hat nicht seinen Schlüssel, sondern ihren. So he has not his keys, but hers or her keys. Hat nicht das Auto, sondern das Fahrrad bezahlt. So he has not paid the car, but the bike. So here we put it again right in front of what we want to negate, because here we do not want to negate key. We just want to negate the possessive article, possessive pronoun, his, because he has hers. And he paid something, but not the car, rather the bike. So that's why we put it in front of it. But if we want to negate an entire sentence or verbs, how do we do that? Here, the whole action, the whole situation is negated. Ich kaufe das Auto nicht. I'm not buying the car. So here we don't buy anything. If you would put die nicht here, ich kaufe nicht das Auto, that's not wrong. It just means I'm not buying the car, but the bike, for example. So there is like, if you put it in front of das Auto, it's like you're missing an information, because you would actually, if you just want to negate that, you would use kein. Ich kaufe kein Auto. I don't buy a car, no car. But we have the definite article here. Ich kaufe nicht das Auto, but the other one. I don't buy this car, but the other one. And we can't put nicht just in front of the verb, like English is doing that, together with the verb, because remember, verb wants to be on position 2. And that is not negotiable for anything. So there we go. Nicht goes to the very end of the sentence. And this is pretty much the only way how you can put it at the very end of the sentence. Because remember, I told you in the moment we have a preposition in there, bang, nicht goes in front of the preposition. And we almost always use prepositions, at least on a little bit more advanced speaking. So that's why here it's at the end, but that's rather rare, because prepositions get the nicht in front of it. And also most of the time we just negate a part of that sentence, like the car, because I'm still buying something, just something else. But what do we do if we have more than one verb in the sentence? Then again, we can negate the verb, the main verb. Here again, we want to negate the whole situation. But if we have a second verb, like a modal verb or helping verb, the modal verb or the helping verb is in position 2. So the main verb is at the end. And then we can obviously put the nicht again right in front of it. So not at the end. Ich möchte das Auto nicht kaufen. So I don't want to buy a car. We do not say ich möchte das Auto kaufen nicht. We also don't say anything else. So we don't want to negate this, because we're saying that we want something, just in this case, not something. So we don't want to buy. So nicht kaufen. And here we can put nicht in front because it's at the end. Simple, bang, put it in front. Ich habe das Auto nicht gekauft. I haven't bought the car. That's a helping word to create the past tense. Again, here the main verb is at the end and we can put the nicht in front of it. So as a short summary, nicht always goes in front of what we want to negate, unless we want to negate the whole situation and we do not have a preposition in there and we do not have a second verb in there. If you have any further questions about the position of nicht, please do not hesitate to write your question in the comment section below. And if you liked that video, if you've learned a lot, please don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't done it yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you like to support me, I'm always very grateful if you share my video with your friends and everybody you know who learns German too. It's a great support. Thank you for this. Also, I don't do Patreon on this because I prefer to give you a real value if you pay me money, because the ebooks that I use for this video are for sale. You can buy them, and there are also many more ebooks with exercises and more specialized ebooks for prepositions, for connectors, for the cases. You get exercises and explanations for everything. You have also one that focuses on exercises for every single topic that I explain here in YouTube, so you can practice everything that you're learning here with the help of my YouTube videos. All the information about those ebooks you can find here in the video description. And then I hope I will see you again in one of my other videos. And until then, viel Spaß und Erfolg beim Deutschlernen.